Hello and welcome to the Gronch Music Podcast, the podcast where each week we choose a new album and we try to choose one that will piss one of the other hosts off. My name is Lance, and as always, I'm joined by two of my closest friends in the world. First up, a tale as old as time. He's the Adam to your Steve. It's Lucas, the Milk Elemental, the Calcium Golem. Lucas, how are you doing?
I don't know. Does that imply that I'm gay?
I don't know what
So
it
we're
means.
trying to
Don't
stay
think
with that
into
one?
it, you know? These are creative
Okay.
works of art. Leave them as they are.
It's fine.
Next up, one in the hand is worth two in the bush. It's Matthew /Raw/a garlic lord. How are you doing, Matthew?
Pretty good. What do you mean by one in the hand is worth two in the bush there for me?
I don't know. I just thought it was like a weird way to introduce you, and I liked it.
Lance, you're being very cryptic this episode.
That's the way the world works sometimes, Lucas. Speaking of Lucas, do we have an ad read today?
Yes, we do, Lance. Today's sponsor is the United Nations proposal to annex the lands of both Israel and Palestine and construct a mega-sized water park inside Jerusalem. Use promo code Gronch to receive free admission and advanced placement at both the Western Wall Water Slide and the Holy Sepulchre Surf and Psalm.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting ad.
Thank you.
Anyways, this week we listened to Crazy Frog, Crazy Hits. Lucas, what were your initial thoughts on this album?
Honestly, it was way scarier than I expected, dude.
Scarier. Really?
Scarier. Yeah, I think it's got some terror tracks. I think Crazy Frog is a complex creature. I think he's out for blood. I think he's got malicious ideas.
I can see that. How about you, Matthew?
Funny enough, I'm actually in somewhat of agreement with Lucas's thinking here. I don't think it's the fact that Crazy Frog is out for blood rather than this is a bit of a... Okay. Essentially, the first listen through I went through, it was fine, but the second one, for whatever reason, and it's the first time I've ever done this on the podcast, but I wrote notes and I constructed a story. I made an actual story out of what this album is. And I think it fits well with Lucas's take on the somewhat horror aspects that this album tries to convey.
I'm interested in seeing that story play out, Matthew. What my thoughts on this album? I thought it was pretty shit overall. I feel like about 50% of the songs are straight up filler and had no like artistic qualities to them at all.
Oh yeah, no, it's all like...
And then the other half are just straight
Cover tracks.
rip-offs and like stolen content.
Yeah, it's just cover tracks.
It's just terrible. This album is genuinely terrible.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's hop right in, Jamie.
The first song is Intro. Intro
This
to
is
all the
a,
shitty sound effects you'll be hearing throughout the rest of the album.
This is a thrilling atmospheric tension builder, if I do say so myself. I think it's deep, dude. It's got layers. It's got many interesting sounds. It's only a minute long. It's a very short intro.
It has the frog, the crazy frog vocals being super cut with an electronic techno vocoder knife into many different pieces, which may or may not sound pleasant to the ears. Did not really sound that pleasant to me.
That is just how Crazy Frog naturally speaks, Ross. That is the cadence of his voice. I understand.
I guess.
How you could mistake that for perhaps what one might call bad or lazy sound editing. But that is just the way. The way he speaks, and you have to accept that.
Anyways,
All right.
Intro is a pretty dull one. Then we go into Axel F,
Wait,
the famous track.
Hold on a second.
Not done.
I have to say, I need to start out the story with this though.
Okay.
Okay, let the man speak.
So when I listened to the second time, I realized something, and actually this does tie into Axel F pretty
Is this
well.
Morse code the whole time or something?
No. Oh, dude, that been crazy. Haha. But yeah, I didn't have time to go through Morse code to see if it actually is Morse code or not. But
It's not.
in Axel F, do you remember the music video for Axel F?
I vaguely remember it.
It's
It's
the
in a
crazy
city,
frog,
right? And he's driving a motorcycle that's
he's
flying.
driving
I remember he's driving, dude.
an invisible motorcycle running from a robot person thing trying to kill him. That was my Yeah, that's how I think I viewed it.
I think it's a series of nightmares. That's my personal theory about Crazy Frog.
Don't spoil Lucas, because that's
Little known fact about Crazy Frog is he was actually invented based on that one sound effect that sounds like a motorcycle starting up. That's how he got his start. And then someone made an animation to match it, and then like someone hired him to make an album.
And then someone converted that soundbite into DNA, and then cloned him attached to a sheep, and then he was birthed into the world to cause terror.
Every shitty mascot has a shitty beginning, guys. That's what we learned. Anyway.
So, because of that, I think intro, because it's so spooky atmospheric, I think it's the prelude to Axel F, in which the hunter is trying to find Crazy Frog.
Right.
Anyways, going into Axel F,
I see.
going with the music video that goes along with Axel F, it's the hunter trying to kill him. Trying to chase him down.
Axel F, everybody's familiar with this one. It's a chart top and hit. I think it's pretty terrible. Really hurts my ears to listen to it.
I think it's a classic.
Ross, I want to ask, what's the meaning of the name? What does Axel F mean?
Ooh, in regards to the story, or just like
scientific terminology?
In general, whatever, dude. Whatever you want.
I don't know. All I know is this is a cover song from Matthias something.
I think you're wrong about that name.
Wagner.
Is it Matthias?
Matthias or Matthias? It's one of the other.
Beverly Hills Cop, right?
Dude,
from the soundtrack or something?
I have no clue. Forget.
Any further discussion?
Faltermeyer.
What? What'd you say?
Harold.
My man, Harold Faltermeyer.
That's definitely not Matthias. So I got him on that.
That is not Matthias.
Oh, produced by
not Matthias.
Produced by Matthias. Okay.
Then we go into Popcorn.
Popcorn.
I don't actually know like the origins of this song.
Well, I can tell you here. Popcorn. So the story kicks off. So while Axel F, the hunter, tries to kill Crazy Frog, he gets away from the hunter and thinks he's beaten him, and he goes to basically, in his normal life, being a Crazy Frog DJ person. And in Popcorn, I believe the story arc continues, in which he gets all of his animal friends for a party or for a gig he's hosting. So you can see in the lyrics, he has, Bok Bok, that's the chicken, Chicky Chicky Chicky, Bow Wow, there's a dog, Chuck Chuck, it's a woodchuck, and then, Woo Woo, it's just the guy from Ultima Online. He's also there, I guess. So.
He's got the bars up. He's casting he's the poisoner.
He's the poisoner, like that, right? With Edward Hawthorne's bar.
Yeah,
bling bling bling, Stenoma.
Then we go into Whoop. There it is. Oh man.
Whoop, there it is.
Oh, no, a fucking classic here, boys.
Lucas, it is a classic. It is a classic. I'll give you that. But I think it's absolutely ruined by the retarded frog sound effects that are coding this song.
I actually like the boom shakalaka thing.
Dude, it sounds so washed out and shitty. It's just a terrible version of the song.
There's a certain charm to it. I don't know.
I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree.
I hear it too much in like club stuff and like remixes that it's just like not the frog thing, but like the actual instrumental, that it's just like, this is just a nice dance tune. And the boom shakalaka is not as annoying as some other stuff is, so it's tolerable for me.
Yeah, let's have a heart.
No, I'm not gonna have a heart. I hate this fucking album so much. It's terrible. This song pisses me off.
The story continues here with this is just his gig. So
okay,
there you go.
This is his first DJ gig.
This is just the gig. He's just hosting the gig. He's partying it up.
So he's a plagiarist, is what I'm hearing.
I think so. Yeah, a little bit.
I think that's evident from like the song, the list of tracks on this album.
Funny enough, like the first tracks 2 to 6 are probably like my favorite, and then everything else I'm just not really that into. So
really,
yeah.
I got some interesting opinions for you then.
1001 Nights, filler song, very filler in my opinion.
1001 Nights, also known as English or like an English translation as the Arabian Nights.
I hate this song.
I also don't like it.
I hate this song.
I kind of not translated, but I took from this that it's kind of it's a downtime in the party, and there's a lot of storytelling going on. So.
No, this is when he like suddenly moves to Egypt and starts flying around on a magic
Or
carpet.
that. It's one or the other. It's kind
It's
of
a
hard.
huge plot twist. Then
Let's
we go
see.
to Bailando Balando.
Okay.
Song.
This is where it gets interesting. So Bailando,
It's
okay?
a great song. It's a great
It's
song.
a cover, but you know what this initiates in the story arc? The love interest appears.
Let me see.
Bailando himself.
So it's this girl who is trying to, who I guess wants to commit bestiality with the crazy frog.
Nothing
And,
wrong about
yeah.
that.
How do you know she's not also a frog?
I'm not sure.
Because she's
I
speaking
thought
Spanish.
that actually yes, because she's speaking Spanish.
There's no Spanish frogs? What are you trying to say?
Why are you trying to poke holes in my arguments all the time? What's wrong with you?
What do you mean, bro? You think there aren't Spanish frogs in the world?
Look at Destiny, God.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, Destiny. What's wrong with you, Destiny? You guys like this song? It might be my favorite one on this album. Although I just
okay
like
with
the
that.
original, and it's absolutely ruined by like the frog sound effects. I just think
This
it's
was
like 35% worse than the original song.
This might be like the last good song for
Interesting
me.
number,
So.
Lance. Interesting that you bring up that number.
I think it's
Why?
like this one, and then like there's like one more song I like. So yeah, I'm okay. I like the song.
Don't You Want Me is the next song.
Don't you want me now?
Big filler, in my opinion.
Big
Yeah.
filler
Storyline.
Definitely a filler song.
in the storyline. Very straightforward. It's just the girl, the love interest, just trying to communicate to Crazy Frog that they should be together. However, she's unable to communicate effectively because Frog.
Charles, what's the cohesive narrative here so far? I'm very confused.
The cohesive. You'll see. Okay, so it starts off in a bit of an adrenaline rush. A bit of action, and then everything gets normal.
He's getting chased. He goes to his show. He meets a girl.
He thinks it's normal. There's a bit of a twist coming up again. So,
Okay,
just
is this
keep on it.
going to be the classic she has a penis reveal?
I'd
got a
say
penis.
kind of, but not really. So you'll see. You will see. I cannot spoil it. So
If anyone's curious about what I mean by filler, it's basically just like a shitty electric song with no bells and whistles. It's just like a bare out of the box electric
Yeah,
track.
it's something you can make in like FL Studio or GarageBand with default assets in like 30 minutes, basically.
Exactly. God damn, dude. And then we move on to Dirty Frog.
I like this song. I like Dirty Frog, and I'm not ashamed to let the
Yeah.
people know.
Lucas, that makes sense because I described this song as Axel F with his balls chopped off. So it's kind of right up your alley.
It's a grimy song for dirty boys, and you should only play it in public if you're committing heinous crimes. That's my review.
It has like a
for Dirty
copy
Frog.
pasted frog. The frog effects are just copy and pasted from Axel F and put on a
It's-
shittier electronic backboard.
I love this song, dude. I love
Continue
Dirty
with-
Frog.
and continue with the story arc. I think you can guess what happens here. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Axel F commits a fucking like modern warfare-esque airport shooting.
No Russian.
Anyways, big sexy time. So
You think so?
I think so.
Well, we'll
So
get
it
into that
says
later,
in-
Matthew. That's
says in
also a
the
later
title.
topic.
It says in the title. The next track, everything changes though. Everything changes.
Magic Melody.
Magic melody. This is
More
the
like
thing that.
tragic
Or
melody.
like another filler song.
However, there's a couple of interesting things in the beginning of the song. He says "bang" a lot.
This song is very scary, dude. I have a theory about this song.
I
Actually.
also have a theory of the song because
I think-
Okay. You want to go first?
Yeah, to me, this song is like what you would hear in your dreams after you drive a school bus off a cliff and into the sea, only to hurtle out at the last second and emerge as the only survivor.
That's
my opinion.
that's a daily
Song and-
scenario for most people. So it really
That's
hits
good.
home.
It's a big scenario.
I think it's more just backstory for Crazy Frog.
I think that
I think this is him. I think this is him dreaming. This is a dream of Crazy Frog.
I think it is too. Because in Magic Melody, you know what happens?
No.
This is what I'm thinking. Okay, I was looking through the lyrics, and I was thinking, why does he just say like bang 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 a lot? My theory is that the love interest he just went to sleep with is actually the hunter in disguise again, trying to kill him. And before he could get the drop on Crazy Frog takes out the Glock and go bang bang,
So it was a man. Lucas was right.
Well,
I'm
a man
right.
or a robot or something. I don't know.
And he definitely fucked it. Crazy Frog definitely fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But before
Goddamn.
before he could get away, the love interest robot hunter thing tried to kill him, but
They did
not.
kill him. He's gay now. He's not Crazy Frog anymore.
Wait, what?
It's a different man. They made him gay.
They made him gay. He's Crazy Gay Frog, but he lives.
There's a new Crazy Frog album coming out. Is that the reason you chose this, Lucas, or what? No, that's just a coincidence?
Yep.
Oh, that's interesting, because I was reading Wikipedia, it's like Crazy Frog 2021 or something. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, get ready for like Gronch music episode 33.
I'm horrified. I was going to say excited, but that's the opposite. Let's move on to In the 80s.
Oh wait, I think you skipped one.
Did I?
Pump up the jam.
Oh, Pump Up the Jam. Yeah, I forgot to write the ones that I actually knew down. I didn't take notes on the ones I actually knew. That's why.
this is
Go ahead, Matthew.
Sorry, no, you go.
No, I'll go. I said the audio mixing sounds like it's recorded in a mall bathroom with phone stereos playing the instruments.
Yeah. That's
I
true.
think it's shit.
Yeah, it's just the original song, but again, like, I'd say this one's like 30% worse, not 35.
Okay. Again, very interesting numbers you're saying here.
I think I agree with that sentiment here. Also, the Genius lyrics are really funny for this because if you look at Pump Up the Jam and in the 80s, just like the album, whoever did the lyrics is extremely lazy, and it's just like a copy paste of like the lyrics over.
I saw that
songs.
too. I think someone just made a mistake and just like copied.
No, here's the thing, right? If you look at Pump Up the Jam, if you look at in the 80s, it's like the proper lyrics for Pump Up the Jam. But if you look up the Pump Up the Jam lyrics, it's like it's scuffed. It's super scuffed. Like
it's because the guys who made this album were on cocaine. It's because Crazy Frog is a fucking drug addict, Ross.
Here, I'm gonna give you an example here. Because
they're not on cocaine. They're just Europeans, Lucas.
Yeah, that's what I said, bro.
Okay, the actual lyric I think is I don't like I don't want a place to stay, and then if you look at the lyrics that someone wrote, I guess I don't know, like a 10-year-old wrote, it's "Aua a flet today."
True.
I don't. So there's a little caveat there that I just want to point out.
Yeah, it's just a 10-year-old wrote it, Matthew. It's not.
It really, yeah.
Can't blame him. He's only learning to read. Then we move on to In the 80s. Big filler.
Snoresville.
Big filler.
This is a sleeper song. Not a sleeper hit, just a sleeper. I sleep forever.
How about the story, Matthew? How about the storyline?
So the story continues. Pump Up the Jam and In the 80s are pretty much what you're saying. It's a lot of filler. It's pretty much trying not to ruin the mood of the party that he just killed a person that he tried to sleep with, but then, the robot was trying to kill him. He goes back to DJing again, and it's 8 p.m., so it's the 80s at 8, but it's Crazy Frog DJing, so it kind of sucks. Yeah, that's kind of how I interpret it.
Fuck In the 80s. Then we go into Pinocchio.
Another sleeper, personally.
I said this is a filler, but it also makes me uneasy.
It makes you uneasy. You know why it makes you uneasy?
Why?
Because there's another plot twist.
Yeah?
Another plot twist.
Does he get animated into a doll like Pinocchio or something?
No. Just like the hunter that was after him, a figure emerges in the crowd, and it's actually the creator of this robot hunter that went for Crazy Frog. And I think what he's trying to convey here, there's a couple of theories I have.
Ross, can you do poorly drawn like stickmen to like illustrate this whole thing for the?
Do you do that? Yeah, I could.
But
do
I
that.
need at least 30 FPS animations, so you're gonna have to do a lot of them.
Animation.
Actually, it's 29 FPS.
Oh my god.
29.5.
Okay. Actually, I don't want to get too far into it, but all I know is the song is Pinocchio. It's like who's the guy who created Pinocchio? What's his name?
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe. Yeah, it's like Giuseppe. He confronts Crazy Frog in the crowd. However, you can see in this this is the first sign where reality is a bit contorted in Crazy Frog's mind, leading towards the theory of this is probably just a bad dream for him.
This is when he's on ketamine.
It's an LSD trip.
It's possible, yeah. This is the first signs of it, I think.
Then we go into Wonderland. Oh boy, Wonderland.
This is a song, dude. This is a scary song.
So it just starts with like 2 minutes of witch laughter. Really freaky and weird and just like out of place. I don't know what's going on.
My theory for this song is it represents the listener being kidnapped by Crazy Frog and driven around in his van. That's how I hear the song when I listen to it.
It's very spooky. I'm not really sure what to make of it. I have a couple theories on it, but I'm not even sure if they're completely right because how spooky the is.
This song's just a big piece of shit all around. I don't know what's going on. What were they thinking? What were they actually thinking with this one?
I have no clue.
It's like witches laughter for 2 minutes and like 30 seconds of dubstep and then it just ends. It's so fucking stupid.
Dubstep?
Whatever, electronic music.
Party rock anthem back? Okay. I was thinking maybe the creator wants to actually bring Crazy Frog back to the place where he was created, ? Maybe he created Crazy Frog, ? Not sure. But the Wonderland title, again, it's another sign of maybe this is some sort of LSD-infused fever dream that he is having.
You know, if you match up Crazy Frog Crazy Hits to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, they match perfectly.
When's Nostalgia Critic going to review Crazy Frog?
You already did. Check his Spotify.
Yeah.
Check his Patreon. Anything else to say, Matthew, or are we done with Wonderland?
I think we're done with it. We can keep going.
Dallas theme. Oh my god.
Dallas?
Why was this song chosen? It's a theme song to a 70s soap opera.
So
it's
what
on
I
a
said
children's album. What is that?
Wonderland is actually in Dallas. That's what I took away from this.
Wonderland is in Dallas.
They're going to Wonderland, and it's in Dallas.
You think so? Like, Alice in Wonderland takes place in Dallas, Texas?
Yeah, no, it's Dallas in Wonderland.
What?
See what I did there?
Yeah, I see what you did, but I'm just confused.
Yeah, no, I think the way it moves from Wonderland to Dallas, I feel like whatever this workshop is, where they created Crazy Frog, where this hunter character, it's in Dallas, and Wonderland is just like the shop or the area where all these creatures live. Maybe.
Fair enough.
Right.
I kind of have no idea what you're talking about anymore. I feel
like, to be honest, I think you're fucking high, dude. I don't know what you've been saying.
He's been extrapolating big time. I don't know what the hell is going on with Matthew's theory.
I'm so curious to know where it's gonna go, dude.
There's like no lyrics in these songs. Like he's just making all of this up, basically.
I'm doing this off of dum dum.
I really am.
That's literally all he has, dude.
I'm going off of that and just like every little minute detail I can pick up and like sometimes even throw into Google Translate and see what I can get. So
what do you mean Google Translate? You're translating the synthetic speech?
Translate it from Ebonics? What the fuck do you translate it to? What do you mean?
I throw it in if I can see there's any like hidden messaging, you know? It's like the Illuminati. Yeah,
you play it backwards and stuff.
You play it backwards, like Epstein didn't kill himself, and then you know.
Crazy Frog killed Epstein.
Oh my god, dude. Okay.
Fuck, is that why he's making the new album? He's gonna come clean.
Okay. Moving on.
Crazy Frog dies before 2021. We called it here first, dude.
Moving on to the Pink Panther. I understand why this one's on here. It's a hit with the kids, dude.
Yeah, dude. This song I described as a Pink Panther theme, but 30% shittier.
Yeah, see, I gotcha.
Yeah, that being said, that still makes the song a 5 out of 10.
I did the math on this one.
It's not that bad. It's basically just a scuffed Pink Panther theme.
Yeah.
Pink Panther I took as another character of this mystery Giuseppe creator, and also another sign that this is just a fever dream.
What the fuck are you
Is he
talking
a
about,
furry? Is the
dude?
furry one?
All I'm saying, I think I will give you the overarching story at the very end, and you will
You
understand.
sound like a lunatic. Let's
No.
go to the last song, dude.
Crazy sound. I have a rant about this song.
Crazy
Lucas,
sound,
Lucas,
cappella version.
this might be the worst song I've ever listened to in my life, and I resent you entirely for making me listen to it. It is a piece of shit of unparalleled velocity, and I hate it. And I hate you for making me listen to it.
I want you to extrapolate, dude. I just want to hear you go.
It's literally Crazy Frog, but there's no music, so you just hear these piece of shit sound effects for like 3 minutes straight. It's hell. It's torture. I'm never gonna listen to this song. I only listened to it once, and I'm never gonna listen to it again, ever in my life.
I don't know, man. When he said like "bing bing ba ba doo ba da," I kind of felt that.
Like, I'm thinking it through. The reason I think it's the worst song I've ever listened to is because it has no artistic integrity. It doesn't sound good, and that's basically it. It has no redeeming quality to it.
I describe this song as the Crazy Frog version of the Beatles' Number 9.
No, because that has some artistic integrity. It has some 4D chess going on. This song doesn't have that. It's just stupid sounds.
I just think you don't have enough faith in Crazy Frog.
No, I don't have any faith in this piece of shit. Blue piece of shit.
Bing bing bong, bing bing bong, bing bing bong. Is that it? Is that
Yes.
the Crazy Frog? Okay, there you go. All right. The way I thought of it was like a spooky relapse of the previous song samples, the previous story even. And like Lucas was saying, I think because of this is like the end or the summary of this crazed nightmare of an album, of a story that you just had. But yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess to give my final thoughts on the album, dude, I think it definitely lives up to its name. I think he's a crazy frog. I think, you look at him, you look at his animation, and you look at the name, and you're like, oh, he's like a funny frog. But it's like, it's crazy in like a sad way, dude. It's crazy in like a One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest way. It's like he's deranged, bro. He needs psychological help. He's a danger to society, dude.
Are you talking about the Indian guy from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
What?
Like, who are you talking about from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, dude?
I don't know. I guess he's Jack Nicholson.
Doesn't he die? Are you predicting Crazy Frog's death?
I believe so. Well, again,
predicting again.
He did kill Epstein. I think he's living on borrowed time right now.
No, fair enough.
I think my final thoughts are, if I can summarize the story here, Crazy Frog tries to get away from a crazy hunter, trying to get to his DJing gig. He meets a lover who turns out to be the hunter again in disguise, and the hunter is actually subordinate to a master who confronts Crazy Frog and brings him back to Wonderland, to where he was created. But it was actually all a dream. It was all a dream.
I used to read Word Up magazine. I got you, Matthew.
There you go. It's just a feverish nightmare.
How about the boop 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 Rossometer? What's your Rossometer scale for this one, or rating?
Oh man, it's oh man, I don't know. It's so weird because like you kind of want to give it like a really bad rating, but I kind of had a lot of fun with making the story. But then I kind of thought of it. It's like I felt like I put more effort into the story than they put into the entire album. So if there's that much effort on my end to interpret, to listen, I feel like that knocks it down a peg from where I would originally put it.
I'm pretty glad you said that, because if that fever dream positively affected the rating of this album, I wouldn't respect you as a fan.
Yeah, that's riot. That's riot warranting.
It originally
that would bring into question the validity of the Rossometer on the whole.
That's toppling the Rossometer type of speak, Matthew. Don't ever do that.
It originally did, and I realized, wait, I'm doing way too much work here for it to be this like good in my head.
You don't say.
So because of that, I will stop stalling. I'm giving it an R.
Ooh.
Okay.
You know, I wouldn't have been mad if you gave it an RO, even though I think it's
I
the
wanted-
worst
I
album
was
we've
thinking
listened to.
about
I
it.
wanted you to give it a blank, dude.
Because
I wanted to give it an RO, but
I
I was
think-
thinking, you know what? There's too much.
He can't give it a blank because there's like just stolen good songs on here. Like they're not
Exactly.
Crazy Frog songs; they're just stolen rip content.
Exactly.
Like if those
But
were
I like
on here, it would be blank for sure.
Yeah.
Like for sure, it would be blank if there wasn't like
songs I
fucking
like.
Bailando on here, dude. How about the meme archetype for this album?
It's interesting.
Doomer.
It's another doomer. It looks like.
I said Zoomer. I feel like it's
my
easily
gut
Zoomer.
feel like when I hear Crazy Frog would be Zoomer. There's also you can make an argument for Zoomers because it's like this does have like Norwegian vibes.
It's got the it's
Norwegian vibes.
it's got the it's like the ring. He's from a ringtone, right? This guy is originally a ringtone based human.
Fishbowl core.
was born of the ringtone.
Yeah,
It's hard, dude. It's hard to know what Crazy Frog is.
I'm a strong Zoomer. How about you guys?
Okay. Doomer is like if I'm trying to be funny, but yeah, I'm Zoomer.
You zooming?
I
Yeah.
guess we're zooming, dude.
I think we're
How
zooming
about
on
for
this
the songs?
Um,
I'll go first. I got Bailando, Dallas, and Pump Up the Jam.
I also have Bailando and Pump Up the Jam, but oh shoot. Actually, damn it. I also have like Axel F and Whoomp.
Dude, I fucking
Whoop.
hate Axel F.
Whoop. Whoomp, there it is. I love Whoomp, there it is.
How about you, Lucas?
I think we should do Whoop. There it is.
Really?
I think it sums up this
Well,
album.
we have Whoomp and Bailando. Between those two,
I
what
think
do
it's
you
your
Bailando.
choice, Matthew. It's your
I don't even
choice.
like fucking
No,
Bailando,
Lucas,
dude.
fuck off. That's the best song in the album. Matthew, it's your choice. You're the splitting vote who's voted for both of them.
I know you love Whoop. There it is.
Damn. Okay, I think to
Bailando is
go.
the best song on the album.
Let's just go with your
By
heart, dude.
far.
That's
It's
what
not
I'm
even
saying.
close.
Just go with your heart.
I kind of want to go Whoomp.
Oh,
There you
fuck
go,
off.
Uh,
Whoop, there it is. Zoomer album. God.
It's kind of a Zoomer song.
Yeah, but it's like so shit. And it's like even shittier on this album.
It's a good representation of the album.
Yeah, fair
Smile.
enough, but I just want the
Smile.
best song, you know? Anyway. Matthew, crack open a cold one. Tell us next week's album.
Okay, so I have a little story to tell. When I
Please
was
do.
working earlier this year, I usually like to listen to music, and something came across in the YouTube recommendations. It was an hour of chill songs of this one artist, and I started listening to it, and I really started liking it. I looked into it, and I couldn't really find most of the songs I liked on some of his albums until I realized, actually, it's a mixtape where a lot of these good songs actually lie. So, without further ado, with the help of Donald Trump getting him out of Swedish prison, we're going to be listening to Live, Love, ASAP by ASAP Rocky.
Interesting.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
I think I've listened to some ASAP Rocky. I've definitely not listened to this mixtape, though.
Probably also have. I'm not really sure.
I listened to a good deal of it. I think it's... Yeah, I think it's an interesting one.
Okay, Lucas, are you ready for your question?
Hit me.
So, to bring it back to Crazy Frog, we've been talking a lot about Crazy Frog's sex life. What is your
Mhm.
opinion on his donger? Because you can see it. It's visible, and he's got a little donger. It's peeking out. What is your opinion on it?
Jamie, pull up Crazy Frog's dick. Hold up.
His little alien dick.
Yeah. I think he's probably a grower. I think he, he's a professional when he's on stage. He's not going to get an erection. He's not just going to pop a hard one when he's working on the set, producing his music videos. But I think off set, if he ever gets hard, he probably has a ginormous penis twice the size of his body.
Do you think it's supposed to be like cute? Like, why did they make him have a dick?
No, it's just, it's just what he is, dude. He's a fucking mutant.
I think he's been neutered in like more recent iterations of himself. They kind of like chopped off his dick.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? Is like once you give a character a dick, you can't remove it without that being canon. You know, if you remove Crazy Frog's dick, that means he chopped off his dick. He had a dick. What happened to it? You don't just get older and like your dick gets removed. Is this a prequel? Did he gain a dick? Like
He's a
later?
frog, though. Maybe that's how frogs work.
You think he can just like invert his dick and leave a perfectly camouflaged area where there's no dick?
The chemicals in the
Different
water are
frog?
turning the fucking frogs gay, Lucas.
I just think this is fucked up,
They're
dude.
making the dicks fall off.
It's a fucking global conspiracy to kill Crazy Frog.
Globalists. They're behind it all. Anyway, that's it for this podcast. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.
Bing, bing, bong.